All right, we get started this morning. Got some really low temperatures out there, rivaling records at the Tallahassee airport. Now it's a little less cold when you get away from those sandy soils out at the airport, but even in town, we're going to see a lot of numbers way back down into the middle and lower 20s. So we're talking real cold everywhere. Should warm up this afternoon. A pretty good chance to get up over 50. The past couple of days fighting their way just up over 40. And while tomorrow morning we're still going to get below freezing, we're not going to get the same kind of below freezing that we've had for the past 3 mornings now. So things are going to slowly start gradually getting a little bit more mild as we go through this week. There's still going to be some cold nights, but not like we've been dealing with. Now, as far as the overall setup goes, things got real quiet. It was nice to see some of those little light flurries in so many spots on Saturday. I think for today, it's going to be more about some sunshine, a few clouds mixed in there, and a much more gentle breeze compared to the past couple of days where that wind chill made it feel just colder than it was. Right now, it's 19 at the Tallahassee airport. Not getting a report in Thomasville. Got 24 in Valdosta. It still feels about what the air temperatures are, so we're talking a real light breeze. That's part of the reason why the temperatures, they are so low this morning. The winds calm down, the skies stay cleared. Got that full moon out there, by the way, and it's definitely pretty big and pretty bright. That's allowing all these temperatures to drop and hit the bottom. When you get the clear skies and the dry air and the calm winds, that's that right recipe for what we call radiational cooling, and that's exactly what we're dealing with this morning, and that's why so many spots are getting down below 25. We're down to 21 in Perry. It's 23 in Bainbridge and Camilla to match 23 in Monticello and at Lafayette. I see 22 up in Homerville. Still 26 in Liberty County, and there's that one even freezing at Alligator Point. If there's going to be a little bit of a breeze, it's turn a little bit more towards the west, and eventually might even turn a little bit more towards the southwest. That's important to bring in slightly warmer air and a little bit more humidity so we can start looking for those next chances to see some showers. But you see the actual temperatures, the feels like temperatures are really, really close, and I think that's the way they're going to stay because the wind chills not nearly as significant this morning like they've been the past couple of days when that wind was just kicking out there. Now, I expect a lot of sunshine today and still tomorrow. Higher pressure, still the big weather player. But as it moves out of the way now, this next boundary and next energy is going to move across, and there should be enough time for that return flow to bring in that warmer and more humid air to set us up for those rain chances. And it feels like Wednesday could be a decent chance for maybe a nice little soaking rain. It doesn't feel like we're talking big time dangerous thunderstorms, but we could get a couple of rumbles of thunder maybe down towards the coast too. So we'll have some things we're watching. There's not going to be a lot going on today, tomorrow, except just a gradual increase in the clouds and the moisture and the temperatures. But by the time we get to Wednesday, probably mid-morning and beyond, now I think we've got a real shot for some real rain that could last a few hours. That moves away. The air behind this next boundary, nowhere near as cold as the one that we're currently in. So while things will cool back down a little bit, it's not going to be the same kind of cold. We're not expecting more deep freezes or anything like that. We've got to get through this morning, and then we start talking about, tomorrow morning, a couple hours with temperatures in the upper 20s as opposed to the upper teens or low 20s for 10, 12, 14 hours. So big differences are coming, and that's the way things continue to trend. Not bad for the boaters out there. The breezes turn from the west and northwest, generally up to 15 knots. 20s this morning. I won't be surprised if there's a couple of upper teens mixed in there, so lots of freezing again this morning. But how about 50s for daytime highs? Plenty of sunshine. We'll call it cool, not cold, and we'll see things get more mild over the next couple of afternoons, even if the overnights are still going to be below freezing in spots. Upper 20s to near 30 overnight tonight. That is definitely less cold, but still cold enough. And here we go with that 7-day forecast. We should be able to get up over 60 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, the rain chances on Wednesday, that may slow things down a little bit. Thursday afternoon, I think we brighten right back up and see lots of sunshine, but maybe keep it in the middle and upper 50s. Friday morning, likely going to see a few spots that do get below freezing, but just a little bit below freezing. And then as we head towards next weekend, we're not looking at any kind of big time cold. Instead, how about very seasonable with lows maybe near 40 and afternoon highs into the mid 60s. It's right where they're supposed to be in the beginning of February.